Anyway, I wanted to talk about Einar, my friend, Einar Kusk, who's got history here on DG360. He is a friend of the channel back in the days when I just started the games. And I saw him in a Netflix #1 movie special. I'm not kidding you. He's been trying to be an actor his entire life, a director, since he was a kid. And this goes back 10 years, okay? Let me show you something really interesting here. A friend of the channel, Einar Kusk, who has professional headshots now. He's like, this is amazing for you guys who have followed us for a very long time. I'm talking super OGs. You guys will remember, the Theeso Chronicles, for instance. Let's watch an episode of the Theeso Chronicles to see what this is about here. Let me move myself real quick here. So this is me playing games with Einar Kusk here. Let's check it out.
Let's go. Get out of the way, bitch.
That's his friend laughing in the background.
I feel like
And
we
that dude
bonded,
looked like
my
me.
cat brother.
We have.
I feel. I feel like we should do more of that. I've learned to walk my horse. Look.
Anyhow, it's very, very funny to me that, here I am, I don't know, almost 10 years later after knowing Einar Kusk from Tom Green. If you can believe it or not, he called into the Tom Green show. Now, I don't know if you guys remember how old school you guys are, but Tom Green kind of started podcasting in a way. Even Joe Rogan gives Tom Green credit. And I don't know. Yeah, sure. You want to see him in, he's got his names in the credit, by the way. Kronos said, hey, can I see the clip from Netflix? Here he is. He's in the movie. I don't know if I can play the movie. I can play the trailer, but Einar will not be in it. But Einar was pretty prominent. He was like the evil Padawan to the main evil boss guy. And I was very impressed. I was like, wow, he actually has some lines. If you guys will remember, I think episode 70, I was talking about how I saw him in a BBC series, and he was with Ron Perlman. And I told you the story about how I was like, hey, dude, I saw you in this series. Such a good job. Awesome, man. I'm so glad for you that things are working. And you know what he said? He's like, oh, I just had a couple of lines. Fuck that shit. Like he was upset. And I'm like, dude, you appeared with Ron Perlman. And he was upset about that. So he was building up his resume. And now he was in the most recent Luther. And he was like the evil Padawan to the main guy with the big hair who used to be Gollum. Who was the guy who played Gollum, by the way? I can't remember the dude's name. I think it's Andy. Andy Serkis. Yes. So he was Andy Serkis's like criminal underlord, like underground dark web dude. So Einar was like a villain in this. Luther is a series on BBC that's very popular. It's got Idris Elba in it. Here, let's see if we can find the Luther so you guys know what it is here. And it was fascinating to see Einar in this, man. That movie was okay. It was okay. I'm not a huge Luther fan. My mom and Christy love Luther because Idris Elba, who's this dude right here, who's been in a lot. This guy, which by the way, Einar was in a shot with Idris, which is cool. So I'm very happy for my friend. I'm very happy for him. He's got success, and I'm going to see if I can find his channel here, because he used to do a series where he was trying to get to Hollywood to become a director, and from Estonia. He's from Estonia. And he started off this way doing pranks on his channel. And this was after he called into the Tom Green show. Now, Tom Green at the time, for people that don't understand who Tom Green is, dude had an MTV show called Tom Green Show. And then afterwards, he started his own like podcast out in LA. And I think he went crazy there. It was great. It was great entertainment. Not a lot of people knew what it was. It was brand new. He was in the podcasting game, some would say the first. Joe Rogan said that Tom Green was one of the very first to start this podcasting. In fact, Tom Green might have even started vlogging in a weird way. He might have been the frontiersman to do these two things. Einar called in and he acted like a dumb, Estonian, like he didn't know anything. And it was rather funny. And I think he's got it on the channel here. And he's so young when he calls in here. Let's see if I can type in Tom Green and see if anything shows up on his channel. Tom Green live in 2006. Here he is calling the Tom Green show.
Estonia.
Now, just so you guys know, this was shortly after Drew Barrymore and him had this divorce, and he kind of went on his own. He got away from MTV, and he started this back in the day when the internet was pretty fresh. I mean, this was like 2006, 2007, and he was doing this type of thing when nobody else was. He was doing a Joe Rogan setup. What's up, Yogi? Thanks for that subscription, man. Keep the world going round. You can help me get fed. Thank you so much. My children appreciate you. We will be able to eat and live one day longer. Thank you very much. So I used to watch this show religiously. Back in the day, my wife had just passed. I was taking care of my children by myself, which I still am, really. Christy helps every once in a while, but, a single father. And I needed to let off some steam. Like, I was going nuts. So I was playing like EVE Online back in the day. And then I'd play some Tom Green at night, and I'd watch Tom Green slowly go crazy on this show. And he was trying to get people to gravitate to it, and people didn't. Back in the day, people were not ready for this form of entertainment, man. This is before, I mean, this might be like in the inception phase of YouTube. Like, this was back when YouTube was like new. Right. It was too soon. He was ahead of his time. So, that's what I got to say about Tom Green, dude. I later saw Tom Green perform in Cleveland with my girlfriend. There's a picture of that. I put that on the channel. I think I talked about that on a prior episode as well. We met Tom Green, and I said something douchey about Drew Barrymore, and he kind of gave me the bird, and I said, dude, that's so Tom Green, dude. And he started laughing. And I said, I'm sorry for being a douche. That's a terrible thing for me to say. And then we got into a conversation. So Tom was a really cool dude. Talked with him. And, an old Tom, it's like crazy talking to an old Tom, because he's calmed down a bit, but he's still crazy. But anyway, here he is on his podcast. Yeah. Remember when he found out he had a cancer? It was testicular cancer, wasn't it? Fingers. And he brought everybody through the process. Yeah. The dude just brought people into his life. He was doing that way before other people were doing that. He might have been the inspiration of it all. Honestly, Tom Green, believe it or not, might have been the inspiration for everything you guys are watching right now, which is kind of weird to think about. And just saying that, I understand how absurd and ridiculous that must sound. But I really think, in a way, he could possibly be the GOAT. You know what I mean? Right. I remember that song, Fingers. So here's our friend Einar Kusk of the channel calling into Tom Green. And Einar must have been, Jesus, I think Einar was 16 here, maybe.
Einar from Estonia. How you doing, Einar? We talk on the blog all the time. How's it going, man? Nice to hear from you.
Einar loved Tom Green.
It's rather confusing here. Waiting.
Yeah. How are you, Einar?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good. What do you want to talk about?
Damn. I forgot the name.
He is backspace. He is, dude.
This is it. This is our big moment.
He's a great
Well,
rapper.
what's it about? We can help
and
you.
producer.
The guest. What was his name again?
Who's that guy's from
Kevin.
Kids in the
Kevin.
Hall? What's this dude's name?
Yeah, Kevin. It's like 7 a.m. here. I'm
Good morning.
kind of tired.
You been up all
So
night?
this is what a genius Einar is. He knows he's got two Hollywood types on the phone, and he's just being the most boring, out of place foreigner ever on purpose. This is the genius of Einar. I saw Einar one night on Tom Green. I had a vlog channel, and randomly some dude comments on my vlog channel like, hey man, it's really cool watching you with your kids. And here the dude was Einar. So I'm like, dude, your name is so limited. I have never heard this name before except on the Tom Green show. I heard somebody named Einar calling Tom Green, and we fucking laughed our asses off, and this is how we started our friendship. So Einar and I are very good friends. he stops in on the stream every once in a while. If you guys see who Einar, say hi to Einar. He'll stop in. And he's a genius, man. And he's got a genius vision. And I think he's going to be a great director. He's directed some films on his channel. I've wrote some music for him for his The Most Beautiful Day. He's got independent films out there. At the time, they were very new. But he was getting into the art. He was getting into the craft of it. And it's really cool to see Einar in Luther. I want to see the Luther trailer. I'm sure that Einar is not in the trailer. That would be crazy if he was. But he had some significant FaceTime in this.
Detective Superintendent Schenk. We need to know where he is.
Look, I know he's in prison.
Except he's not in prison.
Of course he's not.
You promised me you could help. You know what they did to my son.
It was decent. It was a decent movie.
I need to stop this man.
But it was kind of predictable. But that's how Luther's kind of crafted.
And if you refuse to stand down, tactical unit will shoot you dead.
But Andy played an excellent villain. And Einar was like Andy's evil Padawan, man. Yeah, I wasn't huge into Luther. My mom and Christy were, but I could watch it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the lake was not. Yeah, right, dude. Right, Luigi.
That is who you are, isn't it?
And he was so good in this. He was a really believable evil villain.
People like me.
And I hear Gollum in it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was freaky.
Why does he make an announcement?
He
wants the world to think that he's a bad dreamer.
Einar was that dude. So Einar's this dude in the window. You know, he's playing as this guy. And he's got like an evil underlord criminal, you know, syndicate going on. So Einar was like this evil villain, dude,
Come
you know?
true. Funny that I get him before you get me.
Make it 50.
I'm super impressed with him.
I know this
I told him, good for you, dude. Like, he's building up his resume. He's got a #1 Netflix film now. He'll be able to build his way up. He was in a fight scene with Idris. It was crazy. Too bad he's not in that trailer. Yeah, it was.
Because I'm ready.
Good trailer, by the way. Good trailer. But yeah, so Einar was in that, and like I said, Einar appeared on the channel many moons ago, and this was 8 years ago with Theeso Chronicles, what I showed you. We also had something called Anal Craft. It was a play on Minecraft and Einar's name. My name was Al, so it was Einar's first name and my first name together, Anal Craft, EINAL, hardcore anal craft. And this was the intro to it, and this is on the channel.
Two men, one slightly balding, pudgy, the other a young adventurer from another country, both playing Minecraft, danger, hardcore, you die, you never come back. Yes, this is Anal Craft.
Right. The people say that I don't create, by the way. I had my creation days, guys. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. I am so fucking old school that some of you don't realize how far back I go. I have created more shit than I can. I've created it, and then people copy it, and then it goes out, and you know they run with it. You know, we're gonna watch a video today from Erad, watching a Star Citizen video for myself from like 6 years ago, and I am the first person to be in game talking in a mic as the character. And nobody, you know, it's there, it's in history, and people are like, "Oh, that shit never happened." Now I know I'm talking my own book. I know I must sound egotistical. I know. And to that, all I have to say is this.
Banana fountain.
Don't fuck with the banana fountain. Don't you fuck with the banana fountain. Don't you doubt the banana fountain. You're here, you know what I'm speaking is gospel truth to you. Anyhow, plenty of really cool shit on the channel, by the way. Like, if you look way back in the Wayback Time Machine, you'll be thoroughly entertained on the channel. Craziness. Han's so nice. Right. If I don't credit myself, I don't get any credit.